Hello all, this is Mounika from the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. Today I would like to discuss the course name called Data Mining. In that I'm going to deal with the third module like data mining classifications and functionalities. So before going to learn about data mining functionalities, first we'll be seeing like what is data mining and what are the different functionalities we use in data mining, as well as and knowledge discovery data process in data mining. So this on the screen you can see like this is a textbook which we use for data mining concepts and techniques. So here data mining deals with it defines a procedure of extracting the information from large set of data. So data mining is nothing but it is a procedure for extracting information from the large set of data. Here it means that it is defined as mining the knowledge data, right? So here we mine the data in three different types. So here what type of data can be mined, what types of data can be mined? Data can be mined. So we mine the data in three different types. One is database data and data warehouse data and transactional data. These are transactional data. So these are the three types of data models which we mine actually. Fine, right? So here first one is like database. So here database is nothing but it is a collection of large set of or large amount of data, right? So we require whatever the data we require, according to that we mine the data. So here in databases, generally when we go with database, that is nothing but DBMS. We mine according to RDBMS data. RDBMS data is nothing but R is nothing but relational data. So to mine this relational data, we use set of tables. In relational database, we use set of tables. So in set of tables, it consists of like it has rows and columns. Here rows are called as tuples and columns are called as attributes. So here we mine the data in database, right? So there are three different types of databases which we mine the data from the databases. So first one is like database and second one is like data warehouse and third one is transactional data. In that first one is like database. Database, it consists of large amount of data. So here in DBMS, this database also we call as DBMS. So in DBMS, the data is in the form of relational DBMS. In relational DBMS is nothing but the set of data will be in the form of tables, that is nothing but rows and columns. So here rows are called as tuples and columns are called as attributes. In that way, based upon that, we mine the data. For this, we can consider an example like mark sheets. Mark sheet consists of student roll number, student name, and student. If student has 6 subjects, it has 6 different types of marks in the database, right? So and the second one is like data warehouse. We mine the data in data warehouse, right? So whatever the data which we required according to our patterns, we mine the data from the different data warehouses. So here what happens is like we do analysis of the data, right? Here it may be data source 1, data source 2, data source 3. So from here this all data is been collected into data warehouse, right? So from here we do querying or analysis for report generating. So this is one set of data which will be mining. So according to the client requirement, we mine the data and do the process. So first one is like database. In database, it consists of DBMS, relational databases. So it is like tables and columns, so tuples and attributes, rows and tables in the sense, tables, rows and columns. So rows and columns are considered as tuples and attributes. When we go with next one like data warehouse, so here in data warehouse, data will be from the different sources, and it has been collected into one set of data warehouse. From there we do the querying, processing or analysis, and finally querying as well as analysis. So we, according to the client requirement, we give the data. So this is the second one. Yeah. So, and third one is like transactional data. So here in transactional data, we mine the data. I mean, each record is called as one transaction. So each record is called as one transaction. So we generally, for this transaction, there are the examples are like sales, flight booking, user clicks, etc. Right? So here sales, this is one transaction. Flight booking, this is one transaction. User clicks, this is one transaction. So here whatever the data which we mine, based upon each transaction, we mine the data. For this, we can consider an example like booking a flight ticket, right? So what we do here, first we consider like which flight we required, and what are the timings, and whether it should be in a business class or normal, everything we'll be finding, right? So here each we will be opening the site, like what is app, like whatever may be flight application or app to book a flight, right? So first step, we open the site. Next, we check with our requirements, that is one second transaction. In that way, for each data set, for each thing, we do one transaction. So these are the three types, and there are of other types of data like sequence data, data streams, spatial data, engineering design data, all this. These are the different data which we mine the data. So this is nothing but what type of data can be mined. So, and our second one is like, now we are coming into the original topic, like fundamentals of data mining. Here, fundamentals of data mining deals with the data collection and data creation. So you can see on my screen, like the data is been, it's earlier 90s, 60s. So here the whatever data, it is nothing but it is the primitive file processing. So this is a basic thing which we use, right? So from here, the main fundamental, we came into the existence like database management system in 1970s, early in 1970s and early 1980s. So previously it was like data collection and data creation. Next we came into the existence like database management system, that is in 1970s and 1980s. So here we are having different approaches like hierarchical network database and relational database. I already told, like relational databases is nothing but it consists of tables, that is nothing but rows and columns. Same way data modeling entities, this consists of relationship entities. So query languages, that are nothing but SQL, etc. User interfaces, forms, report, transactions, concurrency control and recovery, online OLTP, online transaction protocol. So these has come into the existence in 1970s and early 1980s. So this is nothing but database management system. So here we use rows, the data will be stored in the form of rows and columns, in the form of tables. So from that we do different minings of the data. And when after 1980s, we came into the existence like advanced database systems and advanced data analysis. So here in advanced database systems, it is an extended of relational databases, as well as managing the spatial, temporal, multimedia, sequential data, all this, and different data streams. We used like web-based database XMLs, integrations, heterogeneous different sources, and text database. This all came into existence after 1980s, mid of 1980s to present. Presently, we are dealing with cloud computing, parallel data processing, advanced issues, different issues in data privacy, security, all this. And late 80s to present, This advanced database is from mid 1980s to present, and this advanced data analysis is from late 1980s to present. So here generally previously database systems we used to use like database management system, DBMS, and different temporal data, sequential data, all this. But when we get into existence like advanced data analysis, here we use data warehouse, OLAP, online analytical processing. So here we mine in advanced data analysis, we mine the data according to our knowledge discovery. So these are the different techniques which we use, like classification, clustering, outlier analysis, association rules, correlation, comparative, summary, discriminative analysis, etc. And according to trend and deviation trend and deviation analysis also. According to the patterns, we mine the data from late 80s to present. So here there are like mining complex types of data also, like stream data, sequence data, text data, spatial data, temporal, multimodal, web, network, etc. These are the different complex data which we can mine. So data mining general applications are like we use for business, society, retail, banking, telecommunication, science, engineering, logs, daily life, etc. So and other one is like data mining and society. This is here we mine invisible data mining, privacy preserving data mining, mining the social information networks, etc. So here the main fundamentals of data mining is nothing but it is the data collection and data creation. It was started in the early 1960s and early. So from here it was like primitive file preprocessing. From there we came into existence like database management system in early 1970s to early 1980s. After DBMS we came into existence like advanced database systems. There it is the extended version of the database relational databases. So we use different types of data which can be mined. Later on, advanced data analysis. So here in advanced data analysis we mine the data according to our pattern requirement, and according to the user requirement we mine the data. So here also there are complex mining in different, here there are different mining of set of data. So in some cases we mine the complex minings also, and the main applications are like we use for business purpose, society, banking purpose, and all this. Finally we came into future generation and information systems. So with the combination of advanced data systems and advanced data analysis, we came into the existence like future generation and information system. So here you can see like fundamentals of data mining. So what we do in data mining is like we extract the data, discover the hidden patterns, and developing the predictive models. So what happens here is like we extract the data what we want to mine. So here general process in data mining is first one, state the problem, collect the data, pre-processing the data, estimate the model, and interpret the model. So here in data mining there are the first three steps like extracting the data, discovering the hidden patterns, and developing the predictive models, right? So what is the general process of the data mining is like first thing is we state the problem. Whatever the problem statement is, that first we find out the problem statement. Later on, according to our problem statement, we collect the data from different sources. So here we can take an help of data warehouse. So here data warehouse consists of data from the different sources, right? So from there we collect all the data. So with the help of some mining, collective methods, we can collect the data from the data sources. Next one is like pre-processing the data. We pre-process the data, like what data we require, and for that because it consists of noisy data, missing values, all this. So we need to do some pre-processing steps for this data what we collected. So for that we pre-process the data. Next we estimate the model and we interpret the model. I mean we give a conclusion for this. So generally the fundamentals of data mining is like extracting the data, discovering the hidden patterns, developing the predictive models. So here you can see like what are the core components of the related fields in a data mining. Data mining, it deals with machine learning. So here to mine the data we require some models, some algorithms to mine the data. So that is the reason we use machine learning, and after mining the data we find the statistical analysis for that. Data mining sometimes it may be in the form of database system also, and in the sense tables and columns and data warehouse and information retrieval. Why we mine the data is for retrieving the information, and for high performance computing also we mine the data, and there are general applications like we use this data for general applications purpose, and we use with the help of the algorithm itself we train the models, and with the help of the algorithms we mine the data and we do the analysis process with the help of the algorithms. So after that whatever the analysis is been done, for that we do the visualization part. So report generating or with the help of graphs, trees, or presenting the way in a visualization part. So pattern recognition is nothing but according to the requirements or according to our interest and according to our interest patterns we mine the data. So here these are the core components and related to the data mining like machine learning, statistics, database systems, data warehouse, information retrieval, pattern recognition, visualization, algorithms, applications, high performance. So these are the main core components which comes in under the fundamentals of data mining. So here the general process of data mining process is like data collection, data pre-processing, pattern recognition, statistical analysis, evaluation, deployment. So in just previous we had seen like what is the process, like state the problem, collect the data, pre-processing the data, estimate the model, interpret the model, right? The model. So here the first step is like data collection, data pre-processing, pattern recognition, statistical analysis, evaluation, deployment. So first we state the problem, like what is the problem. Later on, according to that we collect the data, what is the data which we require, and whichever we collected data we pre-process, and according to our patterns we consider the data, and finally we go with statistical analysis. Whatever the data we got, for that we find the algorithms like which can be performed with a high accuracy and which is very feasibility, all this, and finally we will be giving like statistical analysis and finally evaluation, deployment. This is the process which happens in data pre-processing. So here you can see like different stages of data mining. So we had seen like example, right, stating the problem. So here the first step is collecting the data, preparing the data, mining the data, interpret the data. So here collecting the data is nothing but we collect the data from different locations. And second one is we perform necessary steps to get the data which should be mined. So according to our requirement, according to our problem statement, first we collect the data. Let us consider an example like we are going with healthcare system. So in a healthcare system we are dealing with any heart disease, lung disease, all this. So first what we do, we collect the related work data sheets, and what we do next step is like preparing the data, right? So here preparing the data is nothing but whatever the collected data, we read and find like whether which one is accurate or which is very nearer to our problem statement. Based upon that, we mine all these data sheets and finally we interpret the model. So these are the different stages in data mining. So this is the workflow of data mining. So here data is there. From data we do the processing like data selection. Next, targeted data. We set a target data. For that we pre-process the data, whatever according to our requirement we pre-process the data. So next step is like processed data here, and we according to our requirement we transform the data. Transformation can be done here. So after doing transformation, so transformed data will be fine. So from that we go with data mining process. So here according to the patterns and models we mine the data, and interpretation evaluation is been done, and finally knowledge discovery, whatever the knowledge is there. So here first is like data selection, data pre-processing. So target is been set, then data pre-processing, data transformation, data mining and interpretation. And our next topic is like knowledge discovery from databases. So here knowledge discovery is nothing but identifying valid, novel, useful, understanding patterns in data. So here knowledge discovery from database is nothing but it is identifying novel, useful, understandable patterns in data. So here screen you can see like the structure of knowledge discovery from database. So here it consists of database, from there cleaning and integration, next data warehouse, selection, transformation, data mining, evaluation and presentation. So here what happens is like first one is like data cleaning. So here what we had in previous thing we had seen like data collection, data transformation, data collection, data selection, data transformation, and all this, right? So this entire process is called as knowledge discovery from database. That is nothing but KDD process. So here there are different steps like data cleaning, data integration, data selection, data transformation, data mining, evaluation and presentation, patterns, right? So first one is nothing but data cleaning. So what happened, whatever the data which we collected, first we need to do data cleaning, right? So here to clean this data, what is the purpose of cleaning of this data? So the main purpose of the cleaning is removing of noisy data. So the first step in knowledge discovery process is data cleaning, removing of noisy data or missing values. So for the missing values here in data cleaning, the first thing example we can take like fixing the wrong spellings. So first method, first thing is like whatever the data which we collected, first we do data cleaning. Data cleaning is nothing but removing the noisy data or missing values. So for this the example is like fixing of wrong spellings. And second one is data integration. So what we do when collecting the data, we mine the data or we take the data from different sources. So here in this the second step is like data integration. So whatever we collected data from different sources, we club into one single database. So here the data is from multiple sources, we club into one single source. So example like customer data, when we go with any sales or anything, so we are collecting the customer data. So in retailing shops there are number of customers, right? So there are like day-to-day customer evaluation will be done. So we merge everything like customer data into single database. And third one is like data selection. So we extracting the third one is like data selection. So here data selection is nothing but extracting the relevant data. So here selecting the data like purchase history instead of company data. I mean here the example is like collecting data or selecting the data only on purchase, not on all sales, purchase, not everything. So we are considering only purchase from the company details. So we required only purchase data. So that is the reason we are collecting only purchase data. That is data selection. And third one is data transformation. So here in fourth step, we do data transformation. So what happens here in data transformation? According to our requirement, according to the suitable formats, we frame that data in data transformation. So generally we'll be giving a scaling example, like scaling values are like scaling values will be settled from 0 to 1. So this formats, everything will be done in data transformation. And fifth one is like data mining. So here in data mining, according to our applying algorithms, different algorithms, apply different algorithms to discover patterns. So what we do here, we apply different algorithms, like we are having different algorithms in data warehouse and data mining. That is nothing but SVM algorithm, decision tree, Navi based, all this, right? So whatever the algorithms which we require, according to that we assign algorithms to that and discover the patterns. And sixth one is like pattern interesting. Pattern interesting is nothing but according to identifying pattern evaluation or pattern evaluations only. So here what we do is we identify interesting patterns and identifying interesting patterns and valid, useful and novel patterns. So here in pattern evaluation, according to our interest, we identify the interesting patterns and valid and useful novel patterns. So here we, according to our interest, we consider the data. We do the pattern evaluation of data. And finally, knowledge representation. So here what knowledge representation is, nothing but in the form of visualization or report generating and dashboards. So final one is like knowledge representation. So how we need to get the knowledge? In the form of visualization part. So visualization is nothing but creating a graphs, plots, different visualization things, and representing the and generating the reports as well as dashboards. So here in knowledge discovery process, there are different steps to be performed. So when we state any problem when we consider any problem statement, then what we do, we collect the data. But directly after collecting data, we can't easily mine the data. So first what we do, we collect the data. Whatever the data which we are having, we clean that data. Cleaning is nothing but eliminating the missing values or corrections, everything. So next is like integration. So first thing is each and every database we clean the data. We eliminate the missing values. We consider only some set of data from database. And integration. So whatever cleaning process has been done, from we have multiple sources of data, right? So that we merge into single set. According to our requirement, we merge into single state. And next we select according to the requirement or relevant data, we consider the data. And transformations. So transformation is nothing but based upon requirements, and we will be giving a scaling values like 0 to 1. In that way we will transform the data, right? So finally, after doing this all process, we apply algorithms, different algorithms to mine the data. So whatever the algorithms are required, we assign to that. Finally, after that we do the data mining, assigning the algorithms, and pattern evaluation. According to the requirement patterns, useful patterns, we consider the data, and knowledge representation. So whatever the data has been mined, for that we need to represent in a different way. So with the help of visualization part, like creating a graphs, plots, all this, we represent the data, or we generate a reports or dashboards, etc. So this is the process of knowledge discovery for database.
Vishnu Audio Visual Center, like and share and subscribe and click bell icon.